Hi, I'm Timothy Bartel. This is Calafia, an Adventure, Book 2, the 7th and final section. At bald Hephaestus' foot among the scrub pines, California armed for war, the sage with Fox's help now knew the secret of Cormain, that he had bred a servile Migo race, that he might control what he once worshipped, and had surrounded Artemis with these new giants, pitiful yet strong in combat, clever in the kill. Long sat the sage in council with the queen, and plotted over maps of gates and palace halls of Artemis. Long sat the sage with knight and priest, and questioned them about their god, who dropped to earth incarnate as a man. And long they questioned him about the wisdom of Lemuria, the way of nature, that they thought akin to their own doctrine of the word that guides good men to steward both their minds and natural things to God's best end. And though he gave no cry, like she who called all winged things to war, the sage drew to himself the native beasts. The fox came first, with chrome-tipped tail, the cougar next, descendant of the queen's new gilded tiger, then the packs of gray coyotes whose shrill howls did not sound glad, the night surmised, but grieving for their comrades slain by spears. Next strode a lonely mammoth cow, the last of her famed race, whose bull once charged a Migo horde that had trespassed in his Sierran valley, but the clever fiends outwitted him and drowned him in the river that he loved. Now she was bent on red revenge, and wished no fate but death in deeds once more befitting of her ancient race. Last came the grizzlies, hunched, black-eyed, who smell of musk and berry, with a host of kangaroo rats who attended their steps like fish that follow sharks, intent to be caught up in the affairs of nature's regents. Never has the eastern forest teemed with life as then. The commerce of the beasts, the chatter of the hawk and crow, the grace with which the sage passed through their midst, with words of bravery and hope, instructions for the war wage and the fray. The shrewd queen, too, assessed her ranks, apportioned griffin steeds to some, paired other Amazons with fox or bear, but left the mammoth dame unrid, and croaked in secret council with the condors. As for naval strength, the queen commanded her whole fleet to sail beyond the keen and technic sight of sharp Argalian glasses, and to wait for signal from the hills, then strike with bow and glowing bolts the walls of Artemis that bordered beach and cliff. This has been the end of Book 2, the 7th and final section. There are 3 books in Calafia. Book 3 is coming soon. If you want to read along in Calafia, you can find the ebook on Amazon. This is what it looks like. I'm Tim Bartel. Thanks so much for listening.